Okay, let's go.
Welcome back to Purple Lipstick on a Pigskin Podcast. I'm your quarterback, Shelley, leading you through this podcast. We are fueled by faith, hope, and love, not just for Minnesota Vikings football, but for life. Question of the day: what makes you a SKOL Sista? My guest interview later today, Stephanie, you won't want to miss. She's going to tell you what made her a SKOL Sister after 20 years of following the Vikes. So you're going to want to wait to see that. We're going to tighten it up. It's a bye week. As you can see, I'm not on vacation, but I'm going to tighten it up so I could take a little breather myself. Okay, we're going to recap the London game. The word of the day there: relentless.
This was your 36th career game with over 100 receiving yards. You're now just 2 behind Randy Moss for the most for a player's first 6 seasons. How does it feel to hear that? And also, how special is it to get another win in London?
Yeah, it's definitely special. That's definitely a person that, growing up, I watched tremendous film on, dissected his game, and was a big fan of him. So just to be in that same conversation and, just all the hard work that I've been doing and all the sacrifices, and it definitely pays off. But as long as we get the win, that's the main thing. I can not have a 100-yard game for the rest of my career. As long as we get the win and we're continue to move forward to the main goal, which is a Super Bowl, that's all that really matters.
We're going to talk a little bit about all the good things that are going to happen over the bye with our health and getting healthy and who might be coming back. And then you're going to want to stay tuned to find out how you can win a pair of tickets to the Dreaming Big Without Limits fashion show to support Best Buddies Minnesota and Michaela Holmgren. So let's talk a little bit here. At first, that London game, had my good luck charm on. They came around. As I said, the word is relentless. That's what the Minnesota Vikings seem to be again this year. First, Reichard. When does he ever kick the ball out of bounds? Oh my gosh. He kicks it out on a penalty right on the kickoff, the beginning of the game. I thought, here we go. And then his field goal hits the microphone wire and it misses by like 5 yards to the right. And I was wondering what was going on because that wasn't even close. It ends up it hit the mic line and nothing was called on that. That was a big, because they would have had to replay that down for 3 points.
It's kind of shocking that none of the officials saw it. None of the replay, like the instant replay officials saw it. And it just kind of went on. Now, since the kick missed, the NFL rule is the Vikings would have an opportunity to re-kick it, right? And basically, if the ball hits a wire, it's a free roll. Where if it goes in, it's still good. Where if it misses, you get to re-kick. Just replay the down, right? So the Vikings should have had another shot here, but also if Reichard makes this field goal, ties it up, it changes the dynamic of the game. Maybe the Vikings kick the field goal at the end as opposed to getting the touchdown, as opposed to getting the cover. What would the outrage been? The league would have been like, we're kind of sorry, but we didn't see that very clearly hit the wire on the kick, but nothing can be done, and that is it.
Our running backs, one fumble apiece. What the heck's going on? Hang on to the rock. Okay? Penalties. Addison having to sit out the first quarter because he missed a walkthrough. Addison, get your head straight, okay? You are a talent beyond. You got JJ, I know, and the team behind you. Just stay strong, young man. Do it for not only yourself, but the team, because you, with JJ, the Jets, are incredible together. Then we get the O-line, all banged up. Rotated in and out. Darisaw's on a pitch count. And yet, relentless. Okay? And then their running back, Judkins, see, he had 110 yards rushing. D-line, what are you doing? We're like one of the best always against the run defense. And this year so far, it just has not been there. So I'm hoping they figure some things out because we're about ready to go in, and Philly's coming here with Saquon Barkley. Best running back in the NFL. We need to figure something out. Okay, now, again, relentless. Here are the positives. Jets. That's why I had to wear number 18 again. He's amazing, as we all know. Best wide receiver in the NFL. There isn't even a doubt or a question about that. Jets, you are amazing. He had, what do we got here? 123 yards again. Who started off as the villain, Addison, with having to sit out the first quarter when we needed him, ends up to be the hero.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation. I definitely have my words with JA, but it's just all about growing up and just being a part of the team and knowing the stakes and knowing that he's a valuable part of this team. So it's more about the team and more about just us as a whole, not focusing individually on JA, but for him to come out with that going on and still being able to make plays out there and finishing the game with the touchdown to get us up, it was like it was meant to happen. So he's a great player. He's a tremendous talent. I just got to do better into keeping him under my wing and making sure that he has his head on straight.
Beautiful pass from Wentz. Really nice pass over to the corner of the end zone to win the game. Way to go, Addison. Winning touchdown. Way to go, Wentz. No interceptions. That'll win you games. And then the O-line. I got to give kudos to the banged up O-line. Against the number one defense in the NFL, and they held their own with a winning victory 21-17. Another thriller, another where, oh my gosh, can I even watch? I had Paul Allen on a lot.
From the shotgun, another good pocket to the end zone. Touchdown! Welcome back, Jordan Addison.
And Bursich from KFan. I love their play-by-play. It was amazing. So a lot of times I turned down the volume on the TV and I put on PA and Bursich. So good. So good. So we end up winning. Of course, we're excited. We're 3-2. The division is tight. I think it will be all year. We got Philly coming in. We'll say hello to the Eagles after the bye week. It's a nice challenge right away. But we got a couple of weeks. We might be getting back Cashman, Aaron Jones, J.J. McCarthy, one of our centers. Who else we got? Oh, one of my favorites. How do I not remember? Van Ginkel. On defense, that would make a heck of a difference having Van Ginkel back. Yeah, you go. All right? So these 2 weeks, probably, yes, the bye is early, but it's probably good for us because of what's been going on with our health-wise. So watch out, Eagles. We're going to be ready to go. Now, I want to introduce you to our guest interview. One of my favorite SKOL Sistas. She's on my A-list. Stephanie from Hugo, Minnesota. Find out what makes her a SKOL Sista. Let's go. Well, welcome, Stephanie Johnson, to Purple Lipstick on a Pigskin podcast. You don't know how excited I am, Stephanie, to have you today for many reasons. Stephanie and I go way back. We used to tailgate with Stephanie at some of the games down at the Metrodome. It was a blast. Stephanie really helped us with our previous business as well and supported us. And now, again, she's right now at the A-list of my SKOL Sista. So I welcome her because one of the greatest things is women talking football. So SKOL Sista to SKOL Sista. So welcome, Stephanie, and you've been a fan for 20 years, I hear.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, I got to work at the Metrodome. I had a friend whose parents were security managers there, and we were 18, 20-year-olds, and they said, okay, you want a job? You just got to walk the wells, but they somehow got us on the field for a lot of the games.
Nice.
So that's really when I was like, this is fun. The energy in this stadium is awesome. And so and then after that, of course, meeting up with you, tailgating. And that's kind of when I was like, this is fun. This is fun to be a SKOL Sista. My mom passed away in 2022, but she was a big fan. And like you said, she was always like use the Vikings as a reason to get together. I don't have any daughters. I have sons. And so I'm really happy. My oldest son is 9 and he's kind of been a football head. And that's really fun because I know I won't be able to raise any SKOL sisters. But I'm in his room and he is pretty decked out with Vikings things. He's got Jefferson and kind of some old players. He's got Chuck Foreman, Sammy White, Leo Lewis autographs, and some Addie and Metellus signatures on some clothing. So he's becoming a big fan, and the Vikings actually will be coming out next week to our house to kind of photograph his room as a fan. So when I find out where it's put out, I'll have to send it your way.
Did you watch the game yesterday?
Watched the game. It was a good game. My son was rooting maybe a little bit for a different team because of his fantasy football, and so
I know how that always
out of the room.
Yeah, that plays a part too.
I know it's hard. It's hard when you're playing people that you need players to win. I'm like, get out of here if you're going to talk like that.
It is sometimes, I have to say, tough to watch. I mean, yesterday, the one word that I think really came out of it, I heard Justin Jefferson say after in like a press conference or whatever, the one word that he used was relentless. And I liked that word. I think that's was my word of the day today because they just didn't give up, you know. And
they usually don't, though, right? Like they always surprise us in the end. And here we are on the edge of our seats with the last 4 minutes. Everybody else has turned the channel, and us real fans are still yelling at the TV.
Yeah, because my sister Jody, when we would go to the games at the Metrodome, and it would be a close game, they'd be lined up to like either us to kick a field goal to win the game or the other way around. And we'd look over and my sister Jody would have her head down between her legs. And we're like, what are you doing?
Watch the game.
No, I know. And she's like, I can't do it. And so yesterday, beginning of fourth quarter, she said, I'm turning it off.
Can't do that.
I can't. I mean, you're gonna want to know the outcome. You might as well watch it, watch it and get into it and everything. And then you miss, like yesterday, that last drive of the game. And speaking of Addison, I know you said one of your son's favorite players. He is too. He's very dynamic.
But where was he the whole first quarter?
Did you hear? He
missed the team walkthrough, right?
Yeah. And the coach decided to stick with saying, "Hey, dude, we just."
I hope he can stay on track. My son just got an Addie jersey for his birthday in September, and I need him to be here because those things are not cheap, and we need some time to rock it, right?
Wrapping it up a little bit, tell me, Stephanie, there's the controversy when JJ McCarthy went out again and Wentz came in, and in my eyes, thank goodness we had Wentz, an experienced quarterback. He's come in. He's done, I think he's done pretty well. There's a lot going on with the Viking team, and I don't want to mention injuries. Everybody kind of sometimes uses that as a scapegoat, but there is reality too. I mean, our O-line especially is really, really beat up. So I think Wentz has done a pretty good job coming in, dealing with everything. But now after the bye week, which I think comes at a good time for us because we got a lot of injuries. And so then we have Philly coming into US Bank when the Vikes come back. So that's a tough one. We're going to get a lot of players back. We're going to get Cashman. Hopefully Darrisaw will be fully back. Aaron Jones, JJ McCarthy will be ready to go. So that's my question I'd like to throw out to you as a SKOL sister and a lot of good Viking knowledge and growing up with them. If you were the coach, who would you choose to start against the Philadelphia Eagles? Would you stick with Carson Wentz or would you put in JJ McCarthy?
I think I'd have to stick with Wentz. I don't know. I'm reading some stuff that maybe JJ's injuries are a little worse than they thought. Maybe he won't be back after the bye. I don't know. Like you said, AI, you never know what's really true, what you read. So I always try to be cautious. But I mean, we've already had some wins that we struggled to get. And I think we've got a tough rest of our season. I mean, we've got the Packers and the Lions twice, and it's going to be tough. And so he's kind of had that experience. He's already connecting with the players. I just think maybe just finish him out for now till, JJ can really heal up. I mean, it's just so unfortunate to have a new player come in last year, be out the whole season, and now he's almost dang near missed half the season again. So
We're 3-2.
yeah.
That is a tough coaching decision. I'll be excited to see what they choose to do. I guess on my end, I feel that they should start JJ. That's why we drafted him high. I think the key that you said was if he's healthy. I mean, and they know that internally better than we do,
Right.
and we'll ever know. But if he's ready to go, I think you put him in. We drafted him high. He's got better legs than Wentz, and Philly's going to be tough, so we need him to maybe run a little bit. But we'll see. I mean, that's the exciting part about football. And I guess just quick before we go off, I always, with a guest interview, I like to ask who your nonprofit is, that we can put up on our website and hopefully get the SKOL Sisters and people to support.
Yeah. I'd probably go with Ronald McDonald House in Gillette Children's Hospital. My brother was a patient at Gillette, and our family often used it. They call it a home away from home. They have,
Beautiful.
Beautiful brown walls and fireplaces and food stacked in a pantry. You can volunteer by going and making a meal. You can Amazon them food to replenish, but it's just kind of a home feeling while you're in a sterile white hospital to get a break, and just a really comforting atmosphere. So
Beautiful. Well, we will put it on our website, and thank you for what you do to support the children's and giving them a victory too.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Steph, you have a beautiful day, all right?
Yeah, you too. Take good care, Shelly.
Okay, SKOL.
Goal.
All right, now we want to hear from you on our website at purplelipstickpodcast.com so that you can tell us what makes you a SKOL Sista and be entered for an opportunity to win. Oh, well, it's in my gold box. 2 tickets to the Dreaming Big Without Limits fashion show, hosted by Michaela Holmgren and supporting Best Buddies Minnesota. You can win 2 tickets valued at $50. You just get to our website, tell us what makes you a SKOL Sista, and we'll take into consideration who's going to win those 2 tickets. All right, let's go. Let's support Best Buddies Minnesota. It's Down Syndrome Awareness Month. Okay. Purple Lipstick on a Pigskin Podcast. Get there. Viking news, fun things, support. That's what we're all about. Let's go. And now it's time for the call. SKOL Sista 2025. SKOL Sista 2025. Super Bowl homegirls. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.